I was approached by the Mayor Pro Tem in December of 2016 about a vision that she had concerning bringing a prayer event to Irvine.
The Lord just laid on my heart a vision of how if a small dedicated group of people in the city of Orange could put together a really moving and meaningful service, how much more could we do in the city of Irvine if we gathered all believing Christians and churches together? We could pack the plaza. We could fill the plaza at City Hall on the National Day of Prayer in 2017.
I was just talking with someone today. It was pretty amazing that the city of Irvine's been a city since like 71, and that's the first time we've ever done that.
I love seeing all the different expressions of prayer. You know, even with something as common as prayer, seeing all the different pastors come out and the way they prayed, how they prayed, was again just a reminder that God is bringing people from all tongues, tribes, and nations. And so it was really cool to see that.
Constantly, God is pushing us to constantly think beyond our own churches. Not to say that being part of a church is bad, but to say God is bigger than our own small vision, so much bigger than your pastor's vision for a church, so much bigger than any one of the visionaries. But to say that we can come together and that God has a big desire and heart for our cities.
There really is something special happening in the city. And what I see is that the church, capital C, is beginning to gain credibility and is beginning to restore its image. I see more and more that people are beginning to lean on Christians and beginning to lean on churches because the church is learning how to love well. It's learning how to gain trust in people because it is no longer treating people with judgment or with animosity or hostility, but now they're treating people with kindness, mercy, and grace.
I remember a couple scenes there where we were worshiping, and all of a sudden I turned around, I saw about 15 policemen all in uniform, and they were all singing songs. So that was just neat. It's like, okay, this is not just an isolated event. God's got his people everywhere. And I looked around too, and just the demographics of who actually showed up was pretty neat. It was a good representation of Irvine in terms of just diversity.
If all we did was hold an event, a one-time event, I would not count it a success no matter how many people showed up. But to me, if we have been able to create among the pastors and among Christian people in the city of Irvine lasting relationships, and we were able to create a foundation from which we can work to win our city to Christ, to be the hands and the feet of Jesus in a visible way in our city, to really be a blessing to our community, then it will be a success, even if there were just a small number of people that came.
One thing that was clear to me is that the church is much bigger than four walls. It's much bigger than a certain denomination or group. The church is colorblind, it's colorful, with people from all walks of life.
It was a good takeaway from today's meeting. That was, what is God doing and what's my role? How can I pray about how do I join him in something he's doing here? So I'm not sure what that looks like yet, to be honest, but I know for me it's always serving, and then how do I bring other people alongside me?
You could tell that people just generally wanted to see a win, not for their organization, not for their church, or for whatever corporation they represented. They just wanted to see a win for the city. And so at the end of the day, the highlight for me was that as it all came together, it was a win for the city.
One of the most impactful moments was towards the end when Pastor Jason led us in the Tied Together ceremony. And that's when each attendee was given a piece of string. And we were to join with another community member, and we were to pray a blessing over them while we were tying the string around their wrist. And it's a very intimate activity to perform, with someone, whether you know them, and kind of difficult and a little challenging if you aren't already friends with this person that you're going to be going through this ceremony with.
There was a unification of just being human beings, knowing that we are in this together. We are truly a city tied together, a community that is journeying together. And I believe that this is the first step of many, many more community events such as the National Day of Prayer. I really believe that God is up to something incredible in the city of Irvine.